What's up, guys? This is Travis with the Longview Crypto Club. Just got off work. I'm headed home. You would normally see me in the gray t-shirt with the orange stripes or the yellow shirt, but I took that off because it was dirty, because I've been wearing a hoodie underneath my shirt because we got to have our shirt showing at work. Oh, and because my other jacket got covered in oil a week ago, so I'm waiting on it to come back from the laundry people. So I've been having to wear this hoodie. Anyway, get into the topic for tonight. As y'all know, as well as I do, I'm fairly new to crypto. So, I'm not an expert, but I do a lot of research, and I do a lot of listening to other people that have been in the crypto game, business, whatever you want to call it. I do a lot of listening to them guys, and I've listened to a bunch of different ones. I've listened to people shill meme coins and stuff like that, and bought into that for a while. And if I had time to trade, or if I was any good at it and knew what I was doing, I'd do it more often. I mean, maybe one day I get enough followers. Like I said, we might do like Ron's Basement and launch a meme coin, who knows. But that's neither here nor there for right now. What I want to talk about is, after Trump's crypto executive order got signed earlier today, what that means in a hypothetical sense. Now, I don't have Trump's phone number. I'm not just going to call him up and be like, hey, man, so what does this totally entail? Because it was a pretty vague order. I posted a video previously that showed, you could go on whitehouse.gov and look it up. You can type into Google crypto executive order, and the first one that pops up is from the White House. So it tells you what was in that executive order that was signed. And I mean, besides the basics that they're going to lead the way for the world into the cryptocurrency aspect, that's basically what it states. One of the things, like I said in the previous video, I've said this once, but I do like it, is that they're not going to let cryptocurrencies engage in CBDC activities, which leads me to believe cryptos will still be an asset at that point, instead of the only way to do business. I mean, now, this is me thinking 5-10 years in the future, because I listened to another guy, and I'm sure a lot of y'all probably know who he is. I don't know his name. I like to listen to him though. And before I ever started listening to him on a pretty normal basis, I would see his clips that were like shorts, but they were on Facebook, and they were called, how Facebook has Facebook Reels, just like TikToks, and you have YouTube Shorts. Well, they're Facebook Reels, and I would see this guy, and I was, I didn't know what to think of crypto. I had only ever heard of crypto, and I had heard of Bitcoin probably once or twice in my life until last year. So, I mean, I wasn't very exposed at all. I didn't know anybody doing it. And it's crazy how many people still don't know about crypto, but what they don't realize is it is the way of the future. And some people say, oh, the dollar ain't going nowhere. But me and a guy were just talking about this at work, and because he buys a lot of crypto, and we have chit chats all the time, talks about stuff. We love talking about it to each other. But one of the things about this crypto order is I see it leading the way into the future, because I heard a short clip of Larry Fink today from BlackRock, speaking about how soon they hope that stocks are tokenized. And you're like, well, how can you tokenize a stock? And this is for the new people like me. the guys and gals that have been around for a long time, they know. Oh, sorry. Pause that. The guy I was talking about, I listened to, his YouTube is called 3T Warrior Academy, I think. He's from Arizona. Got a big old beard. You know, I think he owns several businesses. He's got a past like me. Used to be a big drug addict. Got his life clean, started investing, and he's got a lot of financial knowledge. But I heard him talking about it one day, and it got the gears going in my head. He talked about how things will be tokenized, whether people believe it or not. And, you know, I sit here and I think about stuff like that, but that goes right into what I was just saying about how I was like, maybe they will, maybe they won't, when I first heard him say that. But now, you know, I'm all for, you know, freedom. Free as can be. I love God, Jesus Christ, and my family, and my freedom, my country. But I also do believe that things will be tokenized. One, you can track everything on a blockchain. Just like in my previous video, the whole hype yesterday afternoon, before the crypto executive order even was signed, was the U.S. Treasury is buying XRP. The U.S. Treasury is buying XRP. And the first person I heard a video from it was a guy named Economic Ninja. And he said, like, they had like 25,000 over several transactions. But he came back, he took that video down, and he came back and he told all of his followers through 2 or 3 different videos that was false. He was wrong. They looked up the address on that, followed that same wallet through different blockchains and things like that, and it was false. Someone was just, you know, probably trying to get something going because they knew all the people that would research wallets and look at addresses tied to them would go back and say, the U.S. is buying crypto, which would make the price skyrocket. So that was an intentional doing by somebody that was trying to make something pop off with the prices, probably so they could dump if the price had skyrocketed, if everybody in the world, you know, not everybody, but, you know, majority of the people that buy crypto would have actually believed that and went and been like, oh crap, the U.S. is already buying, we got to get some. So anyway, back to the tokenization. I believe the U.S. is going to tokenize everything, because just like Bank of America is already on all its internal transactions using XRP. Well, you have a lot of stable coins. The most, I wouldn't say profound, the most popular, by what I was hearing today in statistics, you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but the most popular as of right now is USDC. And the cool thing, if you don't know this, which is a cool fact, and I'll get back to what I was saying, I just want to, you know, throw a cool fact in here. If you have Coinbase, I don't know about the other exchanges, it's probably the same, but if you have Coinbase and you buy USDC, as long as you hold it, they pay like 4.1% interest a year. And then I think they pay monthly. So I mean, that's a quick way to make some money. I mean, it's not fast money, but I mean, it's just like a savings account at the bank, because at any point you could cash them USDCs out, send money to your bank, and you've made free money just by holding it there. If you ain't got enough money to put into a savings account at a regular bank, because how they figure that out is, since you're not staking it, you're just holding it. They take the 4.1 and they divide it into 12. You know, so whatever 4.1% is divided up by 12. If you had, you know, $100 in there, take the 4.1, divide it up, whatever it comes to out, that, you know, that 4.1% divided by 12, you'll get that 12th of that at the end of 1 month. The police got somebody pulled over. State trooper. Well, anyway, back to the tokenization, you know. And people don't believe that everything's going to be tokenized. But Larry Fink even said he wants stocks to be tokenized. Well, what I was saying about that was people like, well, how are you going to do that? Crypto is so volatile. Yeah, but you could easily get USDC and say, hey, this, you know, if the stock's $10, let's just say it's $10 for numbers' sake. I don't want to, you know, look up one right now and do the exact number. But let's say a stock's $10. And he was like, okay, I want 10 shares of that. They're going to say, send your 100 USDC to this address. And once we receive it, you know, you get these 10 stocks. Well, I also heard about, there's one called Parcel. Now, I don't know, you know, if it's going to happen. But Parcel is a crypto, and it's like 30 or 40 cents right now, 20 something cents. They want to be able to use their crypto to nothing but real estate transactions. Now, I mean, at that point, if crypto was that big that you were doing real estate transactions in the world with it, I'm sure you could just use USDC. So I don't understand that part, but it is real. Kind of like there's a big one that's blowing up. And I posted a video about this a few days ago. I think it turned into a short because the video wasn't long enough. XCM like 6 or 7x'd a week ago. Today when I looked, it was up from 1.2 or 0.012 cents. So 1.2 pennies per share or whatever it's called, per token. It was up to like over 2. So it almost 2x'd just today. But they're going to use that as a peer-to-peer lending network. So, where, and companychain.com is offering discounts on their services that they're providing, and that you can pay them if you hold XCN, because they're paired together now. They're working together. But back to what I was talking to earlier about with a guy at work was everything is going to be tokenized, because, you know, and I was explaining this to my mom and dad the other day, you know, a lot of, not necessarily them, but I have had a few older people say, why would I buy any of that? That's all fake money. But I got money in the bank. And I'm like, but do you? I mean, really, do you? Because I went down and tried to get, I wouldn't say a significant amount. I tried to cash a check. One day, actually, not too long ago, I went down and got rent money and a couple more bills out, and I asked for $2,500 out of the bank. They had to override and everything else, and was like, normally we don't give that much money because we don't hold that much anymore. Okay, and if you look at how much money in the world is actually cash and how much digital, how much is cash? Less than 10%, I think, of the actual money in the world is cash. The rest is digital. It is, whether you believe it or not, tokenized without being tokenized. It's digital. Because the last time I checked, the only thing that's real money, well, gold and silver. Fiat money is not real money, but it's what we use to determine the value of something. The only real money is the cash in your wallet. The 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s. Or the change in your pocket. If it's on a debit card, it's not real money. Because I can cut that dollar bill in half, tape it together, and go spend it. If someone takes it. If not, I'll go to the bank and change it in and get a new one. I can cut that debit card in half and the dang thing ain't gonna work. So that tells you your money is already digital. Try to go get if you got $100 grand in the bank, try to go get $100 grand out of the bank tomorrow and tell me I ain't lying saying the money's digital. They're gonna come back to you if you go to the bank tomorrow and say, I'd like to withdraw $100,000 cash right now. They're gonna come back, if they don't immediately tell you, they're gonna come back with a manager and they're gonna say, sir, we don't have that kind of money. You're gonna have to wait. And then you're like, well, you don't have that kind of money. What do you mean you don't have that kind of money? It's my money and I want it. And yeah, I understand the fact of you still have the possibility to get it out of the bank. But if you're using, like, let's say you had 100,000 USDC, you can't withdraw that neither, because that doesn't exist in a tangible and intangible form. It is digital. But you could very easily contact someone you know and say, hey, I need $1,000 right now. I got 1,000 USDC. Matter of fact, I'll cover a few of the extra expensive. I got 1,025 or I got 1,020. I need 1,000 cash right now. They'll have it. You can send that money. I mean, if you're going to be using digital money, and that's the thing. One other thing I was talking to another guy about is, the same guy, was everything on the blockchain can be tracked, every transaction. But, you know, that way they can say, you authorized this or you didn't authorize this. I've had my money stolen out of my debit card a few times. Once someone bought a Kindle on a subscription, and I had to call and get a new bank card and get all sorts of stuff. But if you're using a wallet to transact and you're sending money or receiving money, they can see exactly where that went and potentially track that down. All I'm saying, guys, is, oh, and back to everything's going digital. I mean, we used to use receipts where I work. Now, like handwritten receipts. Now everything's done on a handheld. I scan a truck and I input the mileage, and then I put fuel or def, and check the fluids and stuff like that. And I send the transaction in on an app. Even my wife, she works at an eye doctor. They're about to start transitioning into virtual appointments. Now, I don't know how you tell a blind person, excuse me if you wear glasses and that offended you. I don't know how you could you get someone that needs glasses and do a virtual appointment with them unless their prescription hasn't changed. But they're about to start doing virtual appointments. You can do college courses virtual. You can call the DMV and get your license renewed, or not even call them. You can log in online. That's how I've done it the last few times. Whenever I bought my house and moved, I didn't have time to take off of work to go stand in a 6-hour line at the DMV. Got online, did it there. Everything is going digital. And if you don't think your money's not going digital, you're crazy. And I know this has been a long video, but, I hope if I've retained you this long, maybe you've seen that everything is starting to go digital. Just like that guy from the 3T Warrior Academy said, the big exchanges, Coinbase, Robinhood, Kraken, they're all going to be banks. Why do you think you can hold USDC on their platform and earn money. Just like a bank holds your money and lends it out. Only difference is, if I want to withdraw all 100,000 USDC, if I had 100 grand into my bank and go cash it out, I could withdraw it that same day. If I go to the bank and say I need 100 grand of my money, they're going to say, sir, we can't do that. I've had it happen to me multiple times in the last few months on much smaller amounts than that. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I don't have 100 grand. If I had 100 grand, the only thing that I'd be paying off besides, I'd already paid off my wife's car. But anyway, I don't want to be too long-winded. I'd love maybe some interaction. If whatever you own, put it down below. If you got any questions, message me. I don't know. Can you message on YouTube? Comment. And I'll comment back. Unless you're one of them people that's like, I have a wallet. Here's a seed phrase. Can you help? Do you know how I can send it from here to here? I'm going to say, yeah, send it to me. That's just a bot, a scammer. And I see people doing this, now I understand why. Because people scamming. If someone messages you and says, hey, it's Travis from TNC Storage Funds and the Longview Crypto Club, I'm here to help you make money. That ain't me. I gotta help myself before I help y'all. But I'm not gonna message you. I'm not gonna try to help you make money. I might give you some useful tips or let you know in on some info I've known, because I'm not gonna give you tips. I'm gonna let you in on info that I know, that I found out recently. That's all I gotta say, But don't fall for any of these scamming tricks. Anyway, guys, the world's going digital, and you can either get on this boat or be left behind to be a complete consumer when the prices of some of these things are so high that you're going to be like, you paid what for it? And I'm going to be like, dude, we were telling you that. Me and however many people have been telling y'all that. It's just, it is what it is, man. The boat's already getting ready to sail off. Trump pulled the anchor up today from the crypto boat when he signed that order. We're getting ready to set sail. You don't think that they're not getting ready to do all this stuff? Damn, Trump's already saying he wants to make all American-made cryptos tax-free. And there's quite a few. The two biggest ones I know off the top of my head, so that I don't put any false names out there. And some guy comes in and comments because he watched this far and he wants to make me feel stupid. Top two that I know are Solana and XRP, which would also be in turn XLM. So those three. You could go get some XRP, XLM, Solana, and by the time Trump's done with all this crap, you've already made money, because it's going to go up in value. It's going to be volatile, up and down, up and down, up and down, but it's going to go up eventually. And then once it goes up, if all American-made cryptos are tax-free, you just made free money, literally, without no taxes besides your initial buy-in fee, which is your transaction fee. You can't beat that. You can't even buy stocks and they're tax-free once you sell them. Only time they're tax-free is if you take a loss. So that's all I gotta say. I know this was a long video, but if you've made it this far and you like my videos, like and subscribe, man. I'd like some followers. I'm gonna keep bringing y'all content. I try to bring y'all a video every day, every other day, something like that. Sometimes I get busy, sometimes life gets to me, but I try to bring y'all stuff on a routine basis now, so that you understand got a better understanding of crypto as long as I do. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.